Next one. Would you be okay with your friend doing business with your enemy?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I can't go to the MaxB party because you're my friend. Yeah.
Why?
Because you my friend.
What?
Yeah. Talk about it.
I heard some shit about you. I heard some shit about you on the internet. About me too, man. I heard you got kicked. What they say?
Flavor. Got that horsepower, baby. That's a nice bigger valve. I use it myself.
The next one. What would you be okay with your friend doing business with your enemy? You asking me? Yeah. I can't go to the MaxB party because you're my friend. Yeah. Why? Because you're my friend. Yeah. Talk about it. I heard some about you. Heard some about you on the internet. Me too, man. I heard you got kicked. What they say? Got that horse. Power, baby. I use it myself. Yeah, they did. He said he was dead. Said I remember. This is crazy. The internet kicked off. I can't rap about it no more. People don't know. You see, both of us had different opinions, and I think it's dope that too, because I always feel like two things could be true at the same time. Right? You felt one way. I felt another way. Right? You went on the to the party, but you have already had a conversation. Talk about it. Yeah. I feel like I never was around him, Max. You know what I'm saying? But we had our own relationship through who we know or whatever. And me being around Jim as long as I've been around Jim, and Jim being around my moms and my kids, and you know what I'm saying, I gotta holla like, bro, how you feel about that, because I got invited directly, you know what I'm saying, I'm definitely have that combo with bro before I just pop up, and he got to hear about that, so that's just me. No, it's definitely honoring, and I think like I was saying, me and F was talking earlier. As individual men, we don't always have to have the same opinion, but I felt because relationship I didn't build with Catholic over the last 5 or 6 years, that I just felt like it wasn't in me to go stand next to anybody. He had a history or whatever, because the relationship is strong and it's past, man, this whole situation looking wild right now. This got to be either the smartest podcast rollout ever, or somebody working at the Let's Rap About It podcast is packing their desk tonight. There ain't no way this wasn't planned out, because the timing is just too crazy. Last week, after Mino refused to pull up to MaxB's welcome home party out of respect for his bond with JimJones, the internet started buzzing heavy. But then the next day, DaveEast popped up at Max's dinner like it was nothing, smiling and chilling like the room wasn't filled with tension. That alone had the streets talking loud. Some folks jumped online saying DaveEast was moving disloyal, while others defended him, saying Dave don't have beef in this. Dave did records with MaxB. Be cool with him. And honestly, they had a point. Dave never had problems with Max, so why would he skip a dinner he was personally invited to? And trust me, DaveEast made it clear he wasn't stressing about no drama. He wasn't even entertaining all that chatter. He knew he was cool with MaxB. He knew he was cool with the people around Max. And he knew they were probably going to bump into each other that same weekend anyway. That's exactly why Dave laid out his dinner fit like it was the first day back to school. This man came ready. Dave kept telling them straight up, I know how this rap game moves. One week, everybody yelling at each other. The next week they back shaking hands like nothing ever happened. And the only person who ends up looking silly is the one who picked a side too fast. This man been saying that nonstop. Then yesterday, that brand new podcast episode leaked, and whoever leaked it knew exactly what they were doing, because the audio was crazy. Yeah, they did. He said he was dead. I didn't even remember. This is crazy. The internet kicked you off. I can't rap about it no more. But people don't know. You see, both of us had different opinions. I think it was dope that too, because I always two things would be true at the same time. Right? You felt one way. I felt the other way. You went on to the party, and you had already had a conversation. Talk about it. Yeah. I feel like I never was around him much. You know what I'm saying? But we had our own relationship through who we know or whatever, and me being around Jim as long as I've been around Jim, and Jim being around my moms and my kids. And you know what I'm saying? I gotta holla like, bro, how you feel about that because I got invited directly, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to definitely have that convert before I just pop up. And he got hit by that, so that's just me. No, it's definitely honoring. And I think like I was saying, like you and F was talking earlier, as individual men, we don't always have to have the same feeling, right? I felt like because of the relationship I didn't build with Catherine over the last 5 or 6 years, but I just felt like it wasn't a me to go stand next to. Anybody he had an issue with or whatever, because the relationship is strong here. His past. DaveEast finally laid out his whole reasoning to Mayo and JimJones, and he sounded calm but firm, like he meant every word. Now look, I already know people in the comments gonna crack jokes like, why a grown man asking another grown man for permission to hit a party? But honestly, I respect it. That's real communication. I'd rather somebody tell me up front, yo, I know you don't rock with this person right now, but they got hookah, they got bottles, there's a whole vibe happening, and I'm sliding. I don't want you shocked if you see me shaking his hand or saying welcome home. That's growing energy right there. I don't know what JimJones truly feels inside about it, but you got to salute DaveEast for not choosing sides like a rookie. And let's be honest, this is perfect content for his podcast. He knows the whole internet is waiting to hear what he says about MaxB. And he knows everybody wants to hear his tone when he says it. And here's where things get even crazier. During that leaked podcast audio, you could hear the whole room get quiet when DaveEast started breaking down how fast the streets flipped on him. 1 minute people cheering him on, the next minute they calling him fake just because he showed love to MaxB. That pressure was hitting from every direction. Dave explained that as soon as the photos dropped from MaxB's dinner, his phone blew up nonstop. Folks texting him like he just committed a crime, asking why he pulled up, who invited him, who he sat next to, all types of questions. He said it felt like he betrayed somebody just by showing face, and he wasn't having that at all. He was at the Jets game. Yeah, yesterday. Now, Mayo, you were there, and people were believing that y'all went together, right? Absolutely not. I didn't even see him. People gotta understand it's 80,000 to 80,000 stadium. MHM, you know? And the reason why it was such a big deal is because you have him let's rap about it with JimJones. Right? Understand that I got a relationship with him. So, my whole thing is I really understand that I don't come from the same world a lot of people come from. If I got a relationship with you that extends past professionalism and it's personal, I'm at your home and I know your parents, right? I just don't feel right if you at odds with somebody else, right? Knowing that we got a personal relationship, going out my way to go congregate or party with them right now. That's a choice. Seeing them someone else is not right, because two things could be true at the same time. I can respect my relationship that I got with you, but at the same time, it don't mean no disrespect to somebody else. It means that I'm just clear on where I stand. So, would you have taken a picture if y'all did run into each other? I mean, I can't say that, right? Because the truth of the matter is it didn't happen, right? That man just gave back 75 years. So that should be the narrative, not a made-up narrative about a football game. And the man was there too, by the way. He was the camera and my choice in my relationship. See, this is what I'm saying. If my relationship with you is more than professional, then I'm going to respect my relationship. That's just who I am as a man. What if you and Max were cool before all this? Yeah, we cool. He started, a lot of people don't know, he started his career by coming to Brooklyn to record with us right early on before his affiliation with JimJones. So what does that mean for that relationship then? Because you guys did have a friendship too, but right? But it's never been as extensive as the relationship that I got with Capital. Now listen to this. I don't think no man would feel no way about that, because it's respect. I'm saying this as a man that I break bread with. We get money together. We got business together. You know, we do family things together, right? So that relationship flourished in the last 5 years to a different level. Okay, so that's just same as mine is me and you, right? Our relationship, I'm at your home. I know your parents. That's a different level of relationship. I can't mean my principal is not going to allow me to just, go out my way to congregate with people that you feel like you got a problem with. Even if I'm not pumping that. Even if I think that the problem should be over. Yeah, which I can't, right? But that's not me. That's not my call. It's not your call. You would like it to be over and you % yes. Okay, what I would love for all of New York to be, because Max has said that he's squashed things with JimJones, but JimJones is not yet squashed. But I'm the one that been out here pumping New York unity for the last 5, 6 years, 7 years, or whatever. So I would love if that was a perfect world, but check this out. That's not my call. And I can't tell another man how to handle his issues. All I can do is say, look, this is the side that my relationship flourished on this side. And then he told Mino and Jim straight, I'm cool with both of you, and I'm cool with Max. I'm not burning no bridges for problems that I wasn't even part of. And that hit the room heavy because he wasn't lying. He's right in the middle of 2 different camps, and he's still trying to move like a grown man without getting sucked into old drama. And the wildest part, Dave said he didn't even think the internet would go this crazy. He thought the dinner was going to stay private until somebody in that room started posting clips like they were working for a gossip blog. He said once that happened, he knew he had to face this mess head on in the podcast and speak his truth loud. But the part that had everybody's jaw on the floor was when DaveEast finally revealed what happened before he even walked into that dinner. He said people around the city were already whispering, trying to make it seem like he was choosing sides before he even picked out his outfit. That's how fast things move when your name sits next to MaxB and JimJones at the same time. Dave said he started getting calls from folks telling him, yo, you know this might cause problems later, right? And he said he just laughed because he wasn't beefing with nobody. He told them straight, I'm showing up to celebrate somebody finally, coming home after years inside. And that energy alone had people nervous because they didn't know which way the story was going to go. Then he admitted something that shocked the whole room. He said he walked in expecting maybe a couple cameras, but he didn't expect the entire dinner to feel like a movie set. Lights, phones out, people whispering, folks plotting angles like they were shooting a documentary. Dave said at that moment he knew somebody was going to leak something because the vibe was way too staged to stay private. And when he told Mayo and Jim that they both went quiet because they knew exactly what he meant. Someone in that room wasn't just celebrating MaxB coming home. They were trying to create a moment, and they wanted Dave right in the middle of it. At the end of the day, DaveEast pulling up to that dinner showed something a lot of people forget. Everybody got to grow up at some point. Nobody out here is fighting. Nobody is wilding out. And nobody is trying to end up in jail at this age. Most of these dudes are touching 40s and 50s now. And the history they carry shouldn't run their whole future. If JimJones could make peace with French Montana after everything that went down, there's no reason he can't eventually sit down with MaxB too. It might take time, but trust the moment is coming. I can even see MaxB hopping on Let's Rap About It sooner than people think. Jump in the comments and tell me what you think about DaveEast giving Jim the heads up. And make sure you subscribe to Drip Zen, share this, drop a comment, hit like, and help the algorithm push this video by clicking the Hype This Video button.